We've had this conversation, and you seem to agree with me, but when there's complications.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be tackling a few neglected areas of my home. So I'm going to be getting some deep cleaning as well as some general cleaning done around the house, along with a low carb recipe that's super easy to make. So tons of cleaning motivation for you guys to tackle your to-do list. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and remember to subscribe below. I'm going to start off by doing a quick tidy up in the family room. Thankfully, there really wasn't too much stuff that was laying around, but the main focus for this room in particular is to clean behind the couch. It's something that I do not get to too often, and you guys will see in a bit that this couch is incredibly heavy, so it's very hard for me to move. So I'm going to start off by removing everything in this corner because I need extra space to be able to move the couch from against the wall. And then I'm going to also throw the blankets into the wash.
Yeah, every time I trip, it's a free fall. Why don't you help me the way I help you? You don't have to save me, just be my parachute. When I'm feeling down, you're just not there, making sure I'm okay. Why don't you help me the way I help you? Help me the way I help you. Oh yeah, the way I help you. Why don't you help me the way I help you? You don't have to save me, just be my parachute. Yeah.
I get asked tons and tons of questions from you guys asking me where this couch is from, and it's from Bob's. I will try and find it online and link it down below for you guys, but basically it's where you can customize this couch to make it your own. So there are so many different pieces. There's different recliner pieces that you can just create, and they will put it all together when they come and deliver it to your house. Hence the reason why it is so hard for me to move the longer section of this couch, because they clicked everything together and I don't want to take it apart, because if I do, I won't be able to put it back together.
And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine.
Thankfully, it wasn't too messy behind the couch, but I am going to show you guys the fact that my cat did poop behind the couch. It is so embarrassing. I don't even really want to share this with you guys, but my channel is all about sharing real life everyday messes. And this is what happens. The reality is, if you have a cat or any type of animal, that sometimes they just do their business in the house. But it did remind me that I need to be more on top of cleaning and moving the couch from against the wall and just making sure I sweep there more often.
City dancing through the night, but I'm not there. You've got me soaring in the clouds, and as the ocean is surrounding me, baby, I'm sure we lost track of time. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope.
Now that we have the hardest part out of the way, the only thing that's really left to do is sweep and mop the floor, and then also wipe down all of the surfaces.
Do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side when the sun goes I don't really care about love.
I also wanted to remind you guys to make sure to grab your tickets for the Get Organized conference. It's a virtual conference, which I will be speaking at on September 15th. The general passes are free, so I will have everything linked down below for you.
When the sun goes down. Epiphany rising. Got it all wrong, you see bright as lightning. Already memories, now I just don't really care what you feel, what you feel, what you feel. Shame on me, thinking it was just a phase. Got me like ooh, got me like ooh. And if I'm recognizing your mistakes, got me like ooh, feeling so ooh. Now I brought my worst behavior, throwing a party in my head. Yeah, prayers from my saviors. Just let it rain all over me, over me, over me, over me, over me. Self-sabotaging. You were not meant for me, still not surprising. Need no apologies, cause I just don't really care what you think, what you think, what you think. Shame on me, thinking it was just a phase. Got me like ooh, got me like ooh. And if I'm recognizing your mistakes, got me like ooh, feeling so ooh. Now I brought my worst behavior, throwing a party in my head. Yeah, prayers from my saviors. Just let it rain all over me, over me, over me, over me, over me.
And then the last thing I wanted to do in here is to Febreze the entire couch. I have really been looking for one of those like carpet deep cleaners, but one that has an attachment where I could also really deep clean and wash the sofa. So if you guys have any really great recommendations, please leave them down below. Now I'm going to be heading on into the kitchen. I'm going to quickly put away all of the dishes and then also throw whatever's in the sink into the dishwasher. This particular day, I also was going to be making a recipe, and it is a low carb recipe, which I'm excited to share with you guys.
On a run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. I swear I never thought it would matter if I'm gone by now. All my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and
today's recipe is going to be stuffed peppers, and this is actually a keto recipe. I am not specifically doing keto, but I am trying to eat low carb. I'm really starting to find that when I eat too many carbs, it really just makes me so tired. It's not even funny. So I'm just trying to be more conscious about the food that I'm putting into my body. So I am starting off by washing 4 green peppers, and then I'm going to cut them in half long ways and then cut out all the seeds. Then tossing them into a microwave safe bowl that I do have a lid for, because I'm going to be throwing them in the microwave for about 5 to 10 minutes or so, just checking in at about 5 or 6 minutes, making sure that they aren't overcooked. And I'm going to also be adding in 1/4 cup of water. I will make sure to have the exact recipe linked down below for you guys in case you're interested. So while that is cooking in the microwave, it's now time to prepare the meat. And this recipe did call for ground beef, but you could definitely substitute this for ground turkey. This is probably what I will do the next time I make it, just to be a little bit less like fatty, I guess, if you want to call it. But because this is a keto meal, it definitely is going to be higher in fat. Once the meat has been cooked and seasoned, I'm going to add in a cup of sour cream. I believe it's a 1/2 cup of salsa, and then 1 cup of cheddar cheese.
It's not about us, you know it's not about us, you know it's not about us, you know it's not about us.
Then add all of your cooked peppers into a larger dish. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to fit all of mine into the other dish that I used to put in the microwave. And then I'm going to fill each one of these with the sauce and meat mixture that I had just made, and then top it off with some cheese.
You see the shade in the cold, it's just my bad temper. What am I supposed to do? When the flames going high with my bad patience, I hate it always falls on you. But you know it's not about our love fading. You know it's not about, yeah. You know it's not about our love ending. You know it's not about, it's not about us. You know it's not about us. You know it's not about us. You know it's not about us.
There was a lot of fat in this pan, but I'm just trying to take out any of the extra meat so I can store that away, maybe use it for tacos or just something else. And then what I'm going to start to do is, while it's cooking in the oven, I'm going to finish cleaning up, put all of the dirty dishes that I used to cook with into the dishwasher, wipe down the countertops, sweep the floor, you know, just your everyday cleaning.
You know it's not about not about us. You know it's not about us. You know it's not about us. You know it's not about us. Maybe I'm a bird following the seasons. This is what I've learned. I'm different for a reason. Kept the engine on, never stay too long. I'm alright, I don't mind being restless. Something in your eye made me stay all night. I can see you are different too. Love me like a stranger, like a melody, flowing wild and free. Love me like a stranger, let it be unique. Run away with me. Love me like a, love me like a, love me like a, love me like a stranger. Maybe you're a bird singing for believers, a song meant to be heard, but never meant for preaching. I don't know where you're gonna head.
It's the next day, and my next project that I needed to do was to tackle Riley's playroom. As you guys can see, it is a hot mess. There's toys everywhere, like just junk everywhere. And then that infamous purple sand that gets everywhere is all onto the carpet. So I'm definitely going to have to deep clean that. But I'm going to start off by just putting everything back in its proper place.
Let it be unique. Run away with me. Love me like a, love me like a, love me like a, love me like a stranger. Life was dull until you came. I was breathless when we first met. Couldn't keep my hands away. I was speechless when we first met. Yeah, you took the pain away. Didn't mind my scars, then my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you, to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind.
So not only does the kinetic sand also kind of like get into the carpet, it also kind of like stained the top of her table, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna go in with the Lysol multi-purpose spray and try and get that up.
Next to you, next to you, right next to you, to you, next to you, next to you, next to you. When you kiss me, I can't believe that I am yours and you are mine. You took the pain away, didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you, to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you. It's true, right next to you, to you, next to you, next to you, next to you. Who would have thought I'd be up on cloud nine? I would never take our love for granted. Love how you make me feel alive when you're with me. Took the pain away, didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you, to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you. It's true, right next to you, to you, next to you, next to you, next to you. Say you don't wanna be with me, but you miss me as soon as it's over. Your name lighting up the screen, but you never call when you're sober. You say you don't like the games, but you play me like there's no tomorrow. You should know that I'm fed up with your lies, so don't come closer. You know you hurt me bad and I have scars. I need some time to heal, so don't come over. Don't even bother calling, just get lost. I'm fine on my own, so don't even bother to come back, 'cause I am done. I'm fine on my own.
So I'm going to go in with the vacuum and try and get up as much as I possibly can. And then as I was vacuuming the floor, I realized that she also got some of the sand in her dollhouse. So I'm going to go in and get that up as well. And then I will really deep clean the carpet to get all of the purple sand up out of there.
You say you don't wanna be a thing, but I'm not the one who's calling. I'm tired of waiting for you to change into someone who can love me. But you play me like there's no tomorrow. You should know that I'm fed up with your lies, so don't come closer. You know you hurt me bad and I have scars. I need some time to heal, so don't come over. Don't even bother calling, just get lost. I'm fine on my own, so don't even bother to come back, 'cause I am done. I'm fine on my own. And boy, your pretty little lies are getting old. All those late nights I waited for you, they're gone 'cause we are through. All those late nights I waited for you, they're gone 'cause we are through. Your lies are getting old, but I'm getting stronger. You think that my bed's getting cold, but it's feeling warmer. Your lies are getting old, but I'm getting stronger. I'm getting stronger, 'cause I'm fine on my own. So don't even bother to come back, 'cause I'm done.
So I sprayed the carpet with the That's Totally Awesome cleaner from the Dollar Tree, and then I just went in with a rag. I realized it wasn't getting the sand up as much as I wanted, so then I ended up finding a small little brush that really did the trick.
'Cause we are through. All those late nights I waited for you, they're gone 'cause we are through. 'Cause Kinda new with apologies. Holding back, I got history. Yeah, yeah. But the way you've been crossing the line, oh, it's something in me that says it's fine. Hoping you wouldn't change me. Got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright. Never cut it right, but somehow you make me change. Like I'm better off with you. Like I'm better off with you. Kinda used to these battlegrounds where you flee, you don't stick around.
Thank you guys so much for watching. For more cleaning motivation, make sure to check my playlist linked down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe before you leave, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.
You wouldn't change me. Got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright. Never cut it